How's it going, guys? Preston here, Citizen Response. Going to the video, coming to you guys today talking about this sweet little P365X build, some of the parts I use to put this together, and why you might want to think about putting together a gun kind of like this, maybe for summer carry or lightweight concealed carry. Jumping right into it, you guys know if you've been watching the channel for a while now, I'm a big fan of the P365 series of guns for a few different reasons. One, they are extremely lightweight and small when you talk about the capacity that they give you. So this is the X version. For me, I wear about size medium gloves, so I can get a full firing grip on this gun, no problem. Your mileage may vary depending on your hand size, but overall, the fire power you get for how light and small these are is a really good ratio. Because they are so small and lightweight, some people can have difficulty shooting these well, controlling them, being able to get accurate hits out to distance. So I have a few different parts on here that are going to help with those problems. The two new things that I'm running on this versus my previous builds that I've had PMM comps and other dots. This dot is the SIG Cat X Pro. This was sent to me by SIG when they sent me the Ghost optic, and I did the same testing to this optic that I did to that one, and it survived everything. So for a little bit of context, this is just the normal cut that comes with the gun, so it fits on the RMSC footprint. I haven't really found an optic that I've liked too much for this footprint yet. I've broken a few different Holosuns, so I dropped this optic on the concrete as well as racking it off of surfaces, trying to get it to break. I couldn't get it to break or lose zero. So I'm very happy with this optic so far. It's got a 3 MOA dot, and the window's just big enough that when I present this dot out, as I normally would, I don't really have a problem finding the dot. And that's something that's overcome with training. No piece of gear is ultimately gonna fix that problem for you, but it's definitely bigger than something like the RMRCC, and it's totally usable for carry. The next really cool addition for this gun is this Rogue Gunworks compensator. Rogue Gunworks sent me this to test, and ultimately, for me, every product does stand on its own merit, but for me, this is the #1 competitor to like the PMM comp. The Radian Ramjet one, I haven't really seen anybody being able to get their hands on that one yet. But this comp is actually really cool. So some of the things I really like about this compensator, the design is slightly different than the PMM comp. The PMM only has one top port. This one's got these side ports. I don't know how big of a difference those side ports actually make, but I will say the overall functionality of the comp is very good. I've put right around 1,000 rounds probably through this setup. I haven't had any reliability issues shooting mostly weak ammo. So these comps usually don't have a problem cycling hot ammo like carry ammo, but sometimes they can have issues cycling weaker ammo. I'm happy to report I did not have any issues shooting this comp with, MagTech 115, Monarch, Blazer, all those kind of cheapo 115 training ammos. It cycled and ate them all just fine, which is really cool. The two big reasons besides functionality, we have to talk about functionality. The comp works extremely well, just as well, if not better than the PMM comp. It's going to tame some of the snappiness on this gun significantly. It's gonna make it a lot more pleasant to shoot, easy and controllable to shoot faster splits on targets. So the two reasons I think you might wanna take a look at this comp versus some others is ease of installation and cost. So the ease of installation, this one is gonna be a lot easier for a lot of people to install. It's just got this roll pin that it self-times, so you screw the comp on, you line it up, you take this roll pin, you drive it through, and the comp self-times, and that's it. That's all you have to do. I haven't had any problems with this thing coming loose or coming off, and I think that that's a much better design than having to use the shims that PMM does, and that works very, very well, but if you don't have a table vise, it can be very difficult. So this is just really easy to install. If you have like a rubber mallet and a little punch is basically all you need. The cost on this thing is very, very attractive as well. I think these are going on sale for right around like the $200, maybe up to $250 mark, somewhere in between there. And like the PMMs are running $360, and I know the Radian Ramjets are even more than that. So this is a lot of value. You're getting a lot of value for your dollar spent in terms of taming this gun. And in terms of holster fitment, so this is a P365 XL Tenacore Cartoon. It fits in just fine. It's gonna keep that comp covered because these things do get hot very quickly when you start shooting them. So if you have a P365XL holster, this is gonna fit just fine. I've already talked about this grip job in a previous video. This is a stock grip with the grip job that I talked about. If you haven't seen that video, I'd highly recommend go watching it. It will change the way that you shoot a P365X or XL. Now, the one thing about this gun that kind of sucks is the trigger. Anyone who says these triggers are good is lying to you. Take up, don't really care about that, but the creep and the mush, it's not good. It's definitely usable. I lightened this trigger up by putting the tactical trigger reduced power spring up in here. It definitely takes a little bit of the pressure off. Still not a good trigger though. So that would be the one downside I would say about this setup is the trigger. So if you're trying to shoot really precise shots or shots at distance, you may have some issues, but in terms of practical self-defense use out to 25 yards, don't think you're gonna have any problems. So I got for you guys today a pretty sweet little build. If you have anything that's similar, you have any type of lightweight concealed carry but highly shootable builds, let me know down in the comments. I'm always down to test new things, test new products, and just kind of see what's out there. At the end of all my videos, I like to give an offer. I'm a Christian. I came to faith in college, and one of the ways that I really grew and developed in my faith was by reading the Bible cover to cover, guys. So I extend an offer at the end of every video. I'll send one of those chronological Bibles completely free of charge, whether it's for you or a family member. You're trying to look into Christianity for the first time, or you want to read the Bible cover to cover for yourself so you can see what it actually says. Something I would highly recommend. So you can hit me down in my email below that I link in the description. Guys, as always, thank you so much. Get out there, train hard, stay safe.